Welcome back to the long series of what if Goku was the reincarnation of Majin Buu. This is finally the last video that I'm going to make about this series, and it's been a long time coming. We've been doing this, well, I've been doing this series for about 2 months now, and it's about time that I finally finish it. And a heads up because this may be a very long part, so just bear with me and enjoy. And I have one more thing that I would like to add that I've said in my Discord before is that if anyone is like an upcoming artist or want their work published, not published, but like shown off, displayed out on any of the What If videos, just put their names in the comment below or just join the Discord and tell me there because I would gladly show their work off. And it'd be free of charge. Like I won't charge you anything. It's basically like free promotion. And with further ado, let's get into the What If. The two counterparts face off once again. Who would have known that either one of them would have grown this much in such a short time? As Buku stares at Goku, he begins to realize that Goku's malevolent energy completely disappeared. His ki and aura feels peaceful. Buku scoffs. This is disgusting. You really are pathetic. Buku raises his arm as a gigantic spear of Hakai would begin to materialize above his body. Goku wouldn't react. He just stands there and watches as the blast comes towards him. When it's about arm lengths away, he finally moves. Goku extends his arm and he catches the orb, then raises it into the air with one hand. The orb will begin to grow even larger than what it was before he caught it, and Goku even makes it change colors, turning it into pink. The gigantic spear would then explode. Sparkling beautiful lights would then begin to cloud the entire area. Planets that are nearly to begin to see the lights, and they will actually enjoy this moment. Goku would tell Buku he's giving him one last chance to leave and never come back. He will live the rest of his life, and he could even rewrite his wrongs. This will come off as an insult to Buku. His pride begins to get the best of him. Who do you think you are, trying to spare me? Buku would begin to steam. Do you really think your power is greater than mine? Buku begins to raise his ki and scream out Goku's name. I'll show you and put you in your place. I'll show you the difference between us, you filthy disgrace. Buku rockets off towards Goku, and Goku sighs. I really wish things would have been different. Buku begins to throw a flurry of punches and kicks at Goku to hopefully disable him, but out of nowhere, Buku would come to a complete stop, and he would even begin to throw up blood. What? What just happened? He could have sworn that he was just beating Goku to a pulp. How is this even possible? He didn't even see him move. Buku would put his hand over his stomach, and it actually goes through. He has a gigantic hole in the middle of his torso. Goku's voice begins to ring throughout Buku's ears, which causes Buku to look around frantically. He starts to scream out Goku's name, and he calls him a coward. Buku would begin to shoot blasts all around the area, so Goku won't be able to sneak up on him. As he does this, he hears Goku's voice once again. I gave you a chance. Goku would appear before Buku, and the only thing that Buku would begin to hear is Super Buu laugh gets louder and louder. Goku would start striking Buku repeatedly, destroying his entire body faster than Buku would be able to even comprehend. He can't even see his hands moving, but he feels every time his fist impales him. Is this really happening right now? Am I actually going to die? Buku reverts back to his base form, and he begins to throw up blood once again. Goku raises his hand in front of Buku's face. You're what I could have become if I would let my emotions get the best of me. You could have changed and rewrote your wrongs. Do you honestly not feel bad about anything that you've done? Buku would let out a little chuckle, and he looks Goku dead in his eyes. If I could reverse time and do it all again, do you actually want to know what I'll do differently? Goku would ask him what. Buku tells him that he would have killed him and destroyed everyone and everything dear to him when he first arrived here years ago. Goku blinks slowly as he watches Buku beginning to laugh like a madman after saying that. I guess there's no saving him. Hakai. Buku would begin to laugh even harder as he gets destroyed, and even after he's completely destroyed, it seems like he's still here because his laugh still hasn't left Goku's head. Mirrors watched the entire thing happen. He's seen the fight and he heard the conversation. These mortals are unlike anything or anyone he's ever seen in his life. Universe 7 is truly a unique universe. Whis would appear behind Goku. Well done, Goku. You were actually able to overcome your greatest challenge. Goku turns around quickly, and he looks at Whis with a confused expression. He questioned how is he here right now. He thought it was destroyed. Majin Buu face palms. You idiot. Do you really think an angel would allow themselves to be destroyed by Hakai? Goku rubs his head, and he smiles. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Whis chuckles. He compliments Goku's new form. It actually suits him. He went down his own path and obtained a transformation that's completely unique to him. Whis asks Goku has he given his new transformation a name yet? Goku looks at his hands and he agrees with what Whis just said. He hasn't actually thought of a name for it just yet though. Super Buu interrupts their conversation by taking control of Goku's body and telling Whis he's going to be the one to name this transformation, and he will call it Majin Instinct, just like the Angel's Ultra Instinct. Such a suitable name for a transformation such as this, Majin Instinct. Buu would then begin to rub his chin. He tells Whis that he knows, and he even thinks that the Majin Instinct is better than the Ultra Instinct. Whis begins to laugh. He tells Buu, "Oh, is that true?" Buu relinquished control of Goku's body after he tells Whis that he and Goku would be ready to take him on any day and show him that it's true. Whis would start to laugh even harder. Goku would then ask Whis what happened to the others. Did they manage to survive? Vegeta tells Goku of course they survived, and Goku would then start to look around for Vegeta. "Where are you?" Vegeta tells Goku that he's talking through Piccolo right now, and he actually just arrived back to Earth. Goku would be happy to hear this. They actually still alive. Whis tells Goku that he could take him back there if he likes, which Goku quickly agrees to. The Z-Fighters look at Goku in complete awe once he arrives. The form that he's in has to be crazy strong to make him look this way. But the pink skin and the color of his eyes is kinda creepy. Is this really even Goku? A smile grows on Vegeta's face as he thinks that Kakarot is really a different breed. He was able to defeat Buku even when he couldn't, and he even obtained a new form. Krillin would then ask Goku what happened to him up there. Is that even him? When Goku speaks, it gives Krillin chills. He sounds completely different also. Goku would ask his dad what form is he in right now. Everyone else would be eager to hear Goku's response because they're curious as well. Goku smirks. He tells Goten that he calls this form Majin Instinct. Goku goes back to his base form and basically shrinks. Goku would tell everyone that Gohan and Vegeta also gained new forms while they were away, not just him. Everyone would then direct their attention to Vegeta. Then they'll start to just look for Gohan, but no one knows where he is, so they just still focuses on Vegeta. Trunks would ask Vegeta to show him his new transformation. Vegeta would get embarrassed by everyone directing their attention to him, so he tells them to just wait. He'll show them another time. Chi-Chi would then get concerned. Where is Gohan? Bulma would then ask where's Trunks. They would then start to assume that maybe they return back to their own timeline, since Buku was dealt with already. But when they see the look on Vegeta's face, they start to think differently. Bulma asks Vegeta once again, where is Trunks? Vegeta looks up at Bulma and he tells her that Trunks was Akai by the other Goku. He clenches his fist once he says Buku's name. President Gohan can't believe what he just heard. Maybe if he was there to help, then Trunks would still be here. Bulma would ask Vegeta, can't they just revive him with the Dragon Balls? But she stopped when Vegeta tells her that that won't work. Bulma can't believe this. The Dragon Balls can do everything. What does he mean they won't work? She would then look over at Whis as she cries. She asks him, does he know any way how to bring her son back? Whis tells Bulma that anyone who has been Hakai can be revived by the regular Dragon Balls due to them being completely erased. Shenron can't revive that. The only way they'll be able to return back to life is if they're brought back by the Super Dragon Balls. Whis would check his staff to actually locate the Dragon Balls, and that's when he would see that they're on the border of Universe 7 and 6. Both Bulma and Vegeta ask Whis at the same time could they make the wish. Whis tells them that he doesn't see why not. Chi-Chi would then ask again, where is Gohan? Because now she's starting to think the worst. Goku is also curious about this, but he's not thinking the worst because if Vegeta survived, then also he would have survived. Whis tells them that they're back with the Galactic Patrol for an urgent mission briefing. Chi-Chi sighs in relief. She's glad that he's okay. Vegeta prepares to leave with Whis to go find the Dragon Balls, and Goku comes along with them. Bulma tells Vegeta before he goes to bring their boy back, and Vegeta actually embraces Bulma in front of everyone for the very first time, and he tells her that he will. Who would have known that Vegeta would have grown this much throughout this time? Nobody would have expected him to show any form of emotion in front of anybody. The trio would then blast off from the planet, and as they travel, Whis tells him that since Beerus was killed, Universe 7 now no longer has a destroyer, and a new one has to be found immediately. This would cause both Vegeta and Goku to look at each other wide-eyedly. Goku would tell Whis that Vegeta will be a good fit for the job, and Vegeta would tell Whis that Goku will be a good fit for the job. Look at him when he transforms. He already looks sorta like a destroyer. They will begin arguing for the rest of the way. Then when they finally arrive at the Super Dragon Balls, both Goku and Vegeta are surprised to see how huge they are. Then they see the Grand Priest. Whis bows and he greets his father. Vegeta would bow as well once he sees Whis do this. Then he would actually force Goku to do it as well. Whis would ask the Grand Priest what brings him to this part of the multiverse, and the priest would tell him that the death of the destroyer of Universe 7 and the immense power coming from this universe would have caught the attention of people around the multiverse, including himself and even the Omni King, Grand Zeno. He was sent by Zeno himself to find out what's going on here. Whis would inform the priest about everything that occurred, but he also made sure to leave out the part about the time travel. The priest is interested. Do this mortal actually have that much power? A smile would form on Whis' face as he tells the Grand Priest that he's quite capable, and he even have a form of his own that could rival the autonomous Ultra Instinct. That would intrigue the priest. Maybe one day he could actually see him use that form. But there's still the matter of choosing a new destroyer for this universe. He asks Whis does he have anyone in mind, and Whis tells him maybe, since neither of them wants to become the destroyer. Both Goku and Vegeta are curious about who Whis is talking about. Who could possibly be powerful enough or just as strong as them to fulfill that spot? The priest is delighted to hear that. He tells Whis to bring whoever he's speaking of to the palace, and he's also going to take this sand along with him, and the Super Dragon Balls with him as well. Whis nods his head, and Vegeta begins to panic. Why is he going to take the Dragon Balls with him? This was his only moment to get his son back. He can't let Bulma down. He tries to say something to the priest, but sadly, it's already too late. He left with Kakarot. He left so fast that he couldn't even speak. Vegeta would frantically ask Whis to take him with him, so that he can ask them to allow him to use the Dragon Balls. Whis thinks about it, and he agrees. There should be no reason for them to decline your offer. The Grand Priest and Goku makes their way to Zeno's palace in an instant. That was quicker than when Whis does that. This guy must have some crazy power. Before the pair could even start walking, the priest would inform Goku about who he and Zeno are, which blows Goku's mind. This guy is actually stronger than all of the angels, and what's even crazier, his Zeno guy is even stronger than he is. As they make their way to the palace, Goku would be expecting Zeno to be a super muscular, mean-looking, elegant guy. But when he sees Zeno, he gets confused. There's no way this is him. He tries to walk up to him, but the guards would quickly jump in front of him. Majin Buu tells Goku that looks can be very deceiving, so don't do anything else that is dumb, so that we won't get erased. Goku jumps back and immediately holds his hands up and says that he comes in peace. After this, the meeting with Goku and Zeno would have gone exactly how it would have in canon, but with a slight difference. Zeno points out that Goku feels different. It's something about him that is unlike any other mortal. He asks Goku, is he some kind of god? Goku starts to laugh, and he starts to think about it. What could he even call himself? Majin Buu would tell Goku since he's unlike any of his race, he could actually call himself a Majin Saiyan. Goku likes the sound of that. He tells Zeno that he's a Majin Saiyan, the only one in his universe. He's not sure if that makes him some sort of deity though. Zeno tells Goku that he's never heard of that before, and the Grand Priest would also say that. Zeno tells Goku that he felt his power from his universe, so that means that he's really strong. Goku would smile. He tells Zeno that he could actually show him how strong he is, if he wants. But before Zeno could even answer, Whis appears. He apologizes for the interruption, but he tells him that he brought the next Universe 7 destroyer. Goku would turn around to see who Whis brought back, and he's actually surprised to see future Gohan of all people standing next to him. He screams Gohan's name in shock. It's actually a surprise that Gohan would even consider becoming a destroyer. Gohan tells Goku that this is the least he could do to actually feel right with himself, due to him not being able to defeat Buku on his own. So if he becomes a destroyer, he will be granted the power that he needs to stand against any threat that comes before him. And besides, this is like a promotion for him since he already works for the Galactic Patrol. Goku's actually proud of his son, and Vegeta can't really believe what he's hearing right now. This is so noble of him. The Grand Priest would then send a message to every destroyer and every angel around the multiverse to tell them to come to his palace immediately. And once every one of them arrive, he informs them of the death of Beerus and the introduction of the new destroyer of Universe 7, the Saiyan known as Gohan. Champa can't believe what he's hearing right now. His brother is actually dead? This will cause the other destroyers and angels to begin talking amongst themselves about Gohan. Statements like, he's too young, Universe 7 will be destroyed under this mortal's control in no time, his power doesn't even feel high at all, would be heard around the room, and this will actually aggravate Gohan. A smirk will grow on Goku's face as he watches Gohan walk up towards the destroyers. Gohan transforms into his beast form to get their attention, and this actually surprises Zeno. This transformation looks absolutely amazing. Gohan goes on to tell the destroyers that whatever happens in his universe does not concern them at all, and if anyone thinks he's still too weak for the job, come and prove it to him. This will make the destroyers quiet down, and they actually become more intrigued by Gohan. Belmont tells them all that he's already sounded like a destroyer, and the destroyer of Universe 2 actually agrees. She tells Gohan that if he needs anything or any help, he can come and ask her. Then she winks at him. But there's still the other destroyers. They don't too much believe in him at all. Champa will obviously feel some sort of disdain for Gohan because of the death of his brother, but when he's informed about the way that he died, his emotions would obviously change. The Grand Priest would tell everyone to calm down so that they can start the ritual for Gohan to become the next destroyer. Once it's done, Goku actually has an idea that he'll think the Xenos will really enjoy. Vegeta will ask his question about the Super Dragon Balls, which will aggravate the other destroyers, because too much is going on in Universe 7. Why are they always being treated so special? This would motivate Goku even more to ask his question. He tells the Grand Priest and Zeno that they could have him and each of the destroyers fight against each other, and whoever wins can be granted the Super Dragon Balls. Zeno loves the sound of that. He even gets even more excited because Goku is going to be fighting and showing off his power and how strong he is. Liquor will begin to laugh. You aren't even a destroyer. What makes you think that you could even hold a candle to our power? Champa starts to sweat. He begins to have flashbacks about the time that he lost against Goku. These guys are in for a surprise. Zeno tells the priest that he really wants to see that. It'll be so much fun. The priest tells everyone to follow him, and they'll go into a space big enough for everyone to fight. Due to Gohan now being a destroyer, he has to fight as well, which means two people will be fighting for Universe 7. But this really doesn't make the other destroyers mad, because they assume that Goku is weak, and Gohan is inexperienced in his power of destruction, even though the kid is impressive. Once they make it to the place, the destroyers stand across from each other, and Gohan and Goku will stand next to each other. The destroyers will begin to power up. Gohan transforms into his beast form, but it feels different now. He feels stronger than he has ever felt in his life. It's like he can feel the destructive energy coursing throughout his entire body. Goku turns his head to see Gohan looking at his hands. Gohan tells Goku that he feels like another person right now. Goku smirks. Majin Buu tells Goku that he feels that Kid's power increasing by the second. Just imagine how strong we would have been if we decided to become a destroyer as well. Goku would chuckle. He tells Buu that he knows, but that position doesn't fit them. The power would have been great, but our power is just as great. Buu would smile. He agrees with Goku. Their power is on a whole nother level. Goku's pink aura begins to form around his entire body, and his hair begins to rise. He transforms into his rosé form, and the destroyers look in his direction. How did this mortal have power like that? Champa would even look at Goku. Just by feeling this power alone, he knows exactly what form he just entered. Zeno becomes really excited. Goku actually wasn't lying. He actually is strong, and this power that he's using right now looks amazing. At this point, Gohan can't wait anymore. He has to release this power, and these guys are the perfect targets. The Grand Priest ends his countdown, and Gohan will rocket off towards Sidra. He envelops his entire body with his ki as he begins to go blow for blow with Sidra. Gohan will strike him in his stomach, causing him to spit up blood. Then he repeatedly attacks him till he passes out. Sidra's body falls from the air to the ground. His angel comes to where he is, and he picks him up, then returns back to his universe. As the battles went on, more and more destroyers quickly got eliminated, leaving the Universe 5, 3, 1, and 4. Plus Gohan and Goku left. Universe 4 destroyer rushes towards Gohan immediately. He wants to be the one to show Gohan his place, since the other destroyers are too pathetic, while Universe 5, 3, and 1 destroyers team up on Goku to quickly get rid of him. Goku's being attacked from every direction. The destroyers are fighting in sync with each other and giving Goku no time to catch his breath. This is a good tactic to use against someone like Goku, and if he wasn't who he is, he would have for sure been killed fighting these guys. But as we all know, our Majin Saiyan still has one more trick up his sleeve. Goku would block every incoming attack, then push the destroyers back with his own power. Goku goes back to his base form, then he begins to chuckle as he tells the destroyers that every last one of them are really powerful. Then his voice becomes deeper when he tells them that it's too bad because he's stronger. A pink light would then shoot above Goku's body, which catches the attention of Gohan and even the Universe 1 destroyer. This mortal power is unbelievable. People way from planet Earth can feel Goku's ki, and the other universes can also feel it. Even fighters like Hit, Jiren, Top, and the Universe 6 Saiyans can feel his energy. The destroyers that are back at home begin to all think the same thing. There is no way he's just a mere mortal. The light around Goku's body begins to dissipate, and everyone is surprised once they see him. Goku looks completely different. His body size has increased, his muscles have gotten even bigger, and his power has increased by trillions. His skin has even changed colors. It's pink now. Seeing this epic transformation blows Zeno away. Just when he thought that Goku couldn't get any more amazing, he does something like this. The angels that are watching this even are surprised. How did this mortal even access a form like this? Universe 4 Destroyer wastes no time on attempting to attack Goku. Yeah, this mortal is powerful, but he wants to put him in his place. He shoots a flurry of Hakai blasts towards Goku that absolutely does nothing. Universe 3 Destroyers even points out that the blasts aren't even moving him. The blasts are literally going inside of him. Universe 5 Destroyers clenches his teeth and he rockets towards Goku with the Hakai in his hand. But when his attack is about a few hairs away from Goku, Goku would look him dead in the eyes and the Destroyer would be sent flying across the battlefield in an instant. The other Destroyers would look at the Universe 5 Destroyer body fly across the battlefield in confusion, because from all that they seen, Goku didn't even move. Both Destroyers would suddenly fall from the sky like flies. It's over, was the last thing that they heard before they passed out. 8 fist prints would begin to grow around their upper body once they hit the ground to show what caused them to be defeated. Their angels would quickly go to pick them up and return them back to their universes. The angel of the Universe 5 Destroyer would fly over to him as well, because he hasn't moved an inch since he's gone over there. And just as everyone expected, he was knocked out cold. Gohan and the Universe 1 Destroyer will be in a beam struggle. Gohan is actually being pushed back, and his life and Trunks' death flashes before his eyes. This would cause Gohan to push out every last ounce of his power into his last attack, which actually pushes the Universe 1 Destroyer back, and he begins to scream that this is impossible as he is consumed by the blast. Gohan falls out of his transformation, and the Universe 1 Angel picks him up, and they go back to their universe as well. Gohan will start to fall towards the ground, but he's quickly caught when Goku appears next to him. Goku tells Gohan that he's done well, and Gohan smiles before he passes out. The Grand Priest is impressed. Universe 7 does have some unique mortals there. He announces that Universe 7 is the winner of the tournament, and he grants them the Dragon Balls. They allow Vegeta to make his wish, and the dragon even teleports Trunks to Earth instead of leaving him floating in outer space where he could die again. Zeno would have been beyond satisfied after watching all of this, and he's actually sleepy. He tells Goku goodbye before he's taken away by his guards. Whis would also tell his father goodbye as he begins to go back to planet Earth with the rest of the Saiyans. When Chi-Chi sees Gohan, she cries. She goes in and hugs him, but then she would notice what he's wearing. Piccolo says, "Is that what he thinks it is?" Whis will heal Gohan back to his full health as he tells everyone that Gohan has now become the new destroyer of Universe 7. Everyone becomes shocked upon hearing this. Nobody would have been able to expect that Gohan would have been the one to take Beerus' place. Trunks turns around to see Gohan, and Gohan looks at Trunks in surprise. They would say each other's name and walk up to one another and high-five each other. Trunks congratulates Gohan, and Gohan tells Trunks welcome back to the land of the living. He would also tell him that Jocko has a ton of missions for him when he returns back to HQ. Trunks puts his head down in despair. He tells Gohan that he already knows. Out of nowhere, Whis gets a call from Beerus on his staff, asking for help. Moro has escaped and he's taken Broly's power. Gohan will question how is Beerus able to call Whis, but he doesn't go into depth about this right now. He'd find out about this later on. He would turn to everyone to say his goodbyes as he has to go do his job as the Destroyer for the first time. He asks Trunks does he want a ride, and Trunks agrees before he leaves, and he looks back at his father. Then he smiles as he tells him that he's going to become so much more stronger the next time that he sees him. Vegeta smirks. Goku and the others all wave their goodbyes to the trio as they leave the planet. Gohan, Trunks, and Whis would arrive to the planet that Beerus and Broly was on, and they would see Broly's dead body. Paragus would have also been killed as well. This isn't good. Gohan would look into the sky, and he would actually be able to sense moral power. For some reason, Gohan flies into the air and enters outer space as he catches Moro's ship before he could go any further. Moro would step out, and he's actually interested in what Gohan's wearing right now. Did he actually become a new destroyer? He tells Gohan that he's surprised that he would even take that role. Gohan doesn't respond. He tells Moro to turn himself in, but Moro tells him he doesn't want to do that. Gohan smirks, and his eyes begins to turn purple. He tells Moro that he wanted to do this ever since the first time he met him. Moro begins to charge up his monstrous power, and he rockets at Gohan. But Gohan holds out his hand, and he says Hakai, and Moro's blown away and killed instantly, and his ship even destroys as well. Gohan will return back to the planet, and he tells Trunks that they'll just have to return Broly back to life with the Dragon Balls. But Whis would tell him that he doesn't have to do that. He taps his staff on Broly's dead body, and Broly comes back to life immediately. And this surprises everyone. Nobody knew that Whis had the ability to do this. Broly looks around and he starts to breathe heavily. He starts to look around for Moro, and he even looks over at his father's dead body. He can't believe what he's seeing right now, and he almost starts to go crazy, but Gohan would tell him it's okay. He doesn't even have to do that right now because Moro has already been killed. Broly would scream, "What about his father?" And Whis would tell him that he can return him back to life as well. But he doesn't think so, because he's already old. He's gonna die in a few years anyway, so what would really be the point? Broly starts to think about it, and he actually agrees. His father has lived a long life, and he died like a warrior, so he doesn't want to take this away from him. He's gonna let him enjoy his afterlife. Whis would tell Gohan that they had a lot of things to do, like meet the Supreme Kai and decide about what are they gonna do with his new planet. Gohan tells Whis he's right, and they wave goodbye to everyone. Broly looks over at Trunks and he welcomes back to the land of the living. I'm not going to go into the granola art, because I'm going to just say when Goku was fighting Buku, he destroyed the planet that he was on. And I'm pretty sure with Gohan being the new god of destruction, he'd take care of the heaters so they won't be able to cause any ruckus. But this is where I'm going to end off this what if. I hope you guys enjoyed the series and stay tuned for more to come.